Title: He Said Forever, But He Lied. A1, A2 level. English story for beginners. My name is Pamela. I am 18 years old. My story begins on the first day of college. I felt excited, but also very nervous. I was starting a new life. Everything was new people, new classes, new friends. I wanted college to be perfect, but I also felt afraid. Would I find good friends? Would people like me? In my first class, I sat alone. Many students came in and talked loudly. Everyone looked happy. I watched quietly. Then a boy walked into the classroom. His name was Josh. He had short brown hair and a nice smile. Josh was tall and had kind eyes. He looked friendly. When he saw me sitting alone, he smiled at me. I smiled back, feeling shy. The class began. Our teacher was nice. She asked us to say our names. Josh spoke clearly and smiled at everyone. I thought, he seems nice. After class, Josh came to me. He said, "Hi, I'm Josh. What's your name?" I said quietly, "I'm Pamela." He smiled again and said, "Nice to meet you, Pamela. Is this your first day too?" I said yes, and we started talking. We talked about where we came from and what we liked to do. Josh was easy to talk to. He made me laugh. I forgot about being nervous. Soon Josh asked, "Do you want to eat lunch with me?" I felt happy and said, "Yes, thank you." We walked together and talked more. After that, we started to meet every day. Josh was my first friend at college. He always made me smile. Sometimes we talked about our families. Josh told me about his brothers. I talked about my parents and my sister. We had many things in common. We both liked the same music. We laughed at the same jokes. Slowly, I started to like Josh more. I looked forward to seeing him. Every morning I thought, I will see Josh today. My heart was happy when he walked into class. One day after class, Josh asked me, "Do you want to go for a walk?" Of course, I said yes. We walked around the college park. It was sunny and beautiful. We talked for a long time. Josh said, "Pamela, you are very nice. I feel good when I'm with you." I felt my face go red. I liked hearing that. Soon, Josh and I spent a lot of time together. My friends asked me, "Do you like Josh?" I said nothing, but I knew the answer was yes. Josh was special to me. I was falling in love for the first time. I felt excited, but also nervous. Did Josh feel the same? One afternoon, Josh took me to a cafe near college. We drank coffee and ate cake. Then he took my hand gently and said, "Pamela, you make me happy. I want to ask you something. Will you be my girlfriend?" My heart jumped. I felt warm inside. I smiled and said, "Yes, Josh, I would love that." Josh smiled big. He looked very happy. He said softly, "I promise I will always be there for you." I believed every word he said. Life with Josh felt wonderful. We were always together. We studied together, ate together, and walked home together. Josh always made me feel important. I thought Josh was the boy I would marry one day. He promised forever, and I believed him completely. When we talked about the future, we made plans together. We wanted to see new places, try new things, and be happy together. One evening, Josh and I looked at the stars together. The night was quiet. He said softly, "Pamela, you are my first love. I have never felt this way before." My heart felt warm and happy. I said, "Josh, you are my first love too. I want to be with you forever." We hugged, and I felt safe. I knew Josh was the one for me, but soon things started to change. Josh began spending less time with me. Sometimes he did not answer my messages quickly. One day, I saw Josh with some new friends. They laughed a lot. Josh looked happy, but he did not see me. I felt sad inside, but I thought, maybe Josh is just busy. He still loves me. A few days later, I saw Josh talking to another girl. She smiled at him, and he smiled back. They looked happy. My heart hurt. Later, I asked Josh, "Who was that girl?" Josh said quickly, "She is just a friend." But his eyes looked different. I felt worried. I did not want to lose Josh. That night, I could not sleep. I kept thinking about Josh. He promised he would love me forever. Why did I feel afraid now? My heart felt confused. Josh said nothing was wrong, but something felt different. The next day at college, I saw Josh again. He smiled, but it was a small smile. I felt scared. I wanted to talk to him, but I could not find the words. My friends noticed I was sad. They asked, "Pamela, is everything okay?" I said yes, but inside I felt scared. I tried to act normal with Josh. We still saw each other, but it felt different. He talked less. He laughed less. My heart felt heavy. I missed the old Josh, the one who promised forever. I wanted to ask him, "Josh, what is wrong?" But I was afraid of the answer. One evening, Josh called me. He said, "Pamela, can we meet tomorrow? I need to talk to you." His voice sounded serious. My heart stopped. What did he want to say? I felt worried and scared. I said quietly, "Yes, Josh. We can talk tomorrow." After he hung up, I cried softly. I felt something was wrong. That night I could not sleep. I thought about our good times. I thought about Josh's promise. He said forever. But why did it feel like goodbye? I hoped I was wrong, but deep down I knew something was changing. Josh was my first love, but now I felt afraid of losing him. The next morning, I got ready slowly. My heart felt heavy. I walked to college, scared of what Josh would say. I knew this talk could change everything. When I saw Josh waiting for me at the cafe, my heart beat faster. He was sitting quietly, looking down at the table. His eyes seemed lost, and I felt my stomach hurt. Josh always looked happy when he saw me, but today something was very different. I walked slowly towards him, afraid to hear what he would say. When he looked up, his eyes met mine for just a moment, and then he looked away quickly. He said softly, "Hello, Pamela. Thank you for coming." His voice sounded cold, and it hurt me deeply. I sat down in front of him, trying not to cry. I asked quietly, "Josh, is everything okay?" He did not answer right away. Instead, he took a deep breath and looked at the floor. The silence felt painful. My heart started to race, and I wanted to run away, but I stayed. Finally, Josh spoke. His words were slow and careful. "Pamela, I need to talk to you about us," he began. My heart stopped for a second. The word "us" made me feel afraid. He continued quietly, "Something changed in me, Pamela. I'm sorry, but my feelings are not the same." His words hit me like a heavy stone. I could not breathe. Tears filled my eyes, and my hands started shaking. I whispered, "But Josh, you promised forever." He looked away, sadness in his eyes, and said, "I know I promised, but now everything feels different." My voice was weak when I asked, "Why, Josh? What changed?" He took another deep breath and said, "I don't know, Pamela. It's not your fault. You are wonderful, but I don't feel the same way anymore." I sat there quietly, feeling broken inside. My first love was leaving me, and I did not know why. I wanted to say something more, to change his mind, but no words came out. My chest felt heavy, and I just stared at the table. Josh said softly, "Pamela, I never wanted to hurt you. You deserve someone who loves you completely. That person isn't me." I looked up at him, tears falling slowly down my cheeks. His eyes were sad, but they did not change his decision. I whispered, "I thought we had something special." Josh nodded sadly and said, "We did, Pamela. It was special. But sometimes feelings change. I'm very sorry." After those words, Josh stood up. He said quietly, "Please take care of yourself. You will find happiness again. I know it." Then he left quickly, and I was alone in the cafe. I felt like the world around me had stopped. I stayed there, not moving, trying to understand what just happened. My heart felt empty. Josh was my everything, and now he was gone. I thought we would always be together, but I was wrong. My first love was finished, and the pain was deep. Days passed slowly after Josh left me. Every morning I woke up feeling sad and alone. I tried to keep going, but my heart felt broken. My friends tried to help me feel better, but I did not want to talk to anyone. College felt lonely. Seeing Josh laughing with his friends hurt me more. He looked happy without me, and it made me feel worse. I often cried quietly in my room, remembering his promise. He said he would always love me, but now he acted like I was no one. My heart felt heavy every day. I missed him so much. One day, I saw Josh again at the park. He was sitting under the same tree where we often sat together. My heart started beating fast. He was not alone this time. The same girl from before sat next to him. They were laughing together, and she was holding his hand. My stomach felt sick. Josh looked so happy, happier than he ever looked with me. Tears filled my eyes again. Seeing them together hurt me more than anything before. Josh promised forever to me, but now he was with someone else. I ran away quickly before they saw me. I cried all the way home, feeling completely alone. At home, I sat on my bed, thinking deeply about everything. Maybe Josh never really loved me. Maybe everything he said was a lie. I felt confused and hurt. I asked myself many times, why wasn't I good enough? Why did he choose her and not me? My heart hurt with these questions. My mother saw my sadness and asked softly, "Pamela, what's wrong?" I told her everything about Josh, the promises, and how he broke my heart. My mother hugged me and said gently, "Sometimes people change, Pamela. It hurts, but you will become stronger. One day, someone special will love you deeply, and it will last forever." Her words felt warm, but my heart was still broken. I could not forget Josh quickly. Weeks passed, and slowly I tried to move on. Every day was hard, but I kept going. I stopped looking at Josh in class. I did not want to see him with his new girlfriend. My friends were patient with me, always listening and comforting me. Slowly, I started to feel stronger. I knew I deserved someone who truly loved me. Josh taught me something important. First love is special, but it can also be painful. Not everyone who promises forever really means it. One evening, I walked alone through the park again, the same place where Josh and I had talked and laughed so much. Everything reminded me of him, but this time it felt a little different. My heart still hurt, but the pain was softer now. I knew I could survive this sadness. Josh was not my forever, but I learned about love and pain from him. One day, someone new would enter my life and truly stay. My first love ended badly, but I would never forget the good times we had. Josh was important to me once, but now I was ready to find happiness again. I promised myself that my next love would be real and lasting. I looked up at the evening sky and took a deep breath. Life would become better. My heart still hurt, but I was hopeful now. My first love had taught me how strong I really was. I would always remember Josh, but now it was time to start again. I walked home feeling lighter, knowing I would heal slowly, day by day. As weeks turned into months, the pain of losing Josh slowly became softer in my heart. It still hurt when I thought of him, but now I felt stronger. My friends stayed close to me and often tried to make me laugh again. They took me out to new places, showed me interesting things, and helped me remember that life could still be beautiful without Josh. I knew they wanted me to be happy again, and their kindness gave me hope. Slowly, my smile returned, and I began to feel better. I understood now that first love is not always meant to last. Sometimes it comes into our life to teach us important things about love and about ourselves. One day, I was walking through the college library looking for books when I heard someone say my name softly. I turned around and saw a boy from my class named Liam. Liam was quiet, gentle, and always very kind. I never really noticed him before because my mind was always busy with Josh. But today, something felt different. Liam smiled at me warmly and said, "Pamela, are you looking for something special?" His voice was calm, and his eyes were gentle. We started talking easily, and soon I felt comfortable around him. Liam was different from Josh. He listened carefully when I spoke, and he always seemed interested in what I had to say. We spent some time together talking about classes, dreams, and life. It felt good to talk to someone who listened deeply and understood me. As time passed, Liam and I began to spend more moments together. At first, we just talked as friends, but soon I realized that I was starting to feel something more. I was scared at first. My heart was still hurt from Josh, and I didn't want to be hurt again. But Liam was patient. He never pushed me to feel something I wasn't ready for. He respected me and waited for me to be sure. One afternoon, Liam asked me softly if I wanted to walk with him in the park. We walked slowly under the trees, enjoying the fresh air and gentle sunlight. Liam said quietly, "Pamela, I know your heart was broken before, and I want you to know that I will never hurt you like that. I will always respect you and care for you." His words touched me deeply, and my heart opened slowly to him. I started to look forward to seeing Liam every day. My friends saw me smiling more, and they told me, "Pamela, you look happy again." And it was true. Liam was making me feel special in ways I never imagined possible after Josh. Liam never promised forever. Instead, he showed me through his actions every day how important I was to him. He never lied, never hid his feelings, and always made me feel safe and valued. I began to understand that real love doesn't need promises of forever. Real love shows itself clearly through kindness and honesty every day. But even as Liam brought happiness back into my life, there were still moments when memories of Josh appeared suddenly in my mind. Sometimes, late at night, I remembered Josh's smile, his laughter, and his promises. These memories still hurt a little, but now I knew I had to let them go. Josh had chosen someone else, and he was happy. It was time for me to be happy too. Liam saw the sadness in my eyes sometimes, but he never felt jealous or angry. Instead, he held my hand gently and said, "Pamela, your heart is beautiful because you have felt deeply. I am here to help you heal." His gentle understanding made my heart open even more to him. One afternoon, Josh came to me suddenly at college. I felt surprised when I saw him because it had been many months since we last spoke. He looked nervous, and I wondered what he wanted. He spoke quietly. "Pamela, I just want to say I'm sorry for hurting you. I know I made promises and broke them. I never wanted you to feel this pain." I listened calmly. I didn't feel angry anymore, only a quiet sadness for the love we once shared. I said softly, "Josh, thank you for saying sorry. It helps to hear those words. I forgive you, and I wish you happiness." He smiled a little sadly and nodded, then turned away. Watching him go, I felt peaceful for the first time in many months. My heart was free to love again, and I was ready to move forward. That evening, I met Liam again at our favorite cafe. When he saw me, his eyes lit up with joy. We talked and laughed together for hours. I felt something new growing strongly inside my heart. Liam was not my first love, but he was showing me what real, lasting love felt like. It felt warm, safe, and true. As we walked home together under the stars, Liam gently took my hand and looked deeply into my eyes. He said softly, "Pamela, every day I spend with you makes me happier. Thank you for letting me into your life." My heart was full as I whispered, "Thank you, Liam, for waiting and believing in me." At that moment, under the peaceful night sky, I knew my heart had finally healed. My first love was painful, but important. It taught me about love, loss, and strength. Now, with Liam by my side, I felt ready to start a new, happier chapter in my life. The past was behind me, and the future looked bright. Life became beautiful again with Liam by my side. He taught me the true meaning of love through his gentle actions and soft words. Liam was patient and kind, and every day with him felt special and safe. I began to believe in love again. Slowly, my heart learned to trust again, and I started to smile more easily. Liam never made big promises, but he showed his love in small, meaningful ways. Sometimes he left little flowers on my desk at college or brought me my favorite chocolate. Other times, he simply held my hand when I felt worried or sad. Every action showed his care and love clearly, and soon I realized this was what true love really felt like. One day, Liam invited me to meet his family. I felt nervous at first, afraid they might not like me, but Liam told me not to worry. He said softly, "Pamela, they will love you because you are special and kind." When I met his parents, they welcomed me warmly. His mother hugged me gently and said, "We are happy to meet you, Pamela. Liam talks about you a lot." Hearing this made my heart warm. I felt accepted and loved, something I had longed to feel for a very long time. Liam's family was friendly, kind, and open, and they made me feel right at home. That evening, I felt deeply happy. Liam noticed my happiness and whispered, "I'm glad you're smiling again. You deserve happiness, Pamela." I knew he truly meant those words. As the months passed, Liam and I became closer, sharing many beautiful moments together. College became a joyful place again. I no longer thought about Josh or felt hurt when I saw him. He was happy in his own life, and I had found my own happiness with Liam. My friends noticed the change in me and often told me how much brighter I looked. Liam had helped me understand that true love does not hurt or make empty promises. True love simply makes life brighter and happier. I felt grateful for every day with Liam and knew my heart was finally safe. One beautiful evening, Liam and I sat together in our favorite park. The sky was painted with soft colors as the sun began to set. Liam took my hand gently and said, "Pamela, I have something important to tell you." My heart began to beat quickly, wondering what he wanted to say. He looked deeply into my eyes and smiled warmly, saying softly, "Pamela, you are the love of my life. I want to spend every moment of the future with you. Will you marry me?" Tears filled my eyes, but this time they were tears of joy. My heart felt so full of happiness that I could not speak. Finally, I whispered softly, "Yes, Liam. Yes, I will marry you." Liam smiled brightly and hugged me tightly. At that moment, I knew my heart had truly found its home. Our families and friends celebrated with us when they heard the news. They were happy to see us together, knowing how much we loved and cared for each other. Our wedding day was simple but beautiful, filled with laughter, love, and happiness. When Liam said his vows, his voice was strong and clear. He promised always to love and respect me. Unlike Josh's promise, Liam's words felt real and true. I knew in my heart that Liam would never hurt me or break his promise. I had found someone who truly understood the meaning of love. Years later, Liam and I built a wonderful life together. We faced challenges and difficult moments, but our love remained strong. We supported each other through every step of life's journey. Liam always reminded me how much he loved me through his actions and gentle care. He taught me that true love is patient, kind, and always respectful. With Liam, I found real happiness, trust, and peace. Sometimes, I still thought about my first love and how deeply I was hurt by Josh. But now, those memories no longer brought me pain. Instead, they reminded me of how much I had grown and how strong I had become. My past taught me important lessons about love, trust, and respect. Without experiencing that pain, I would not have known the true value of Liam's gentle love. Liam knew about my past and accepted it fully. He never judged or questioned me. Instead, he helped me heal and showed me that I was worthy of being truly loved. One quiet evening, Liam and I walked hand in hand under the stars. Liam said softly, "Pamela, I'm so happy you chose me. Loving you is the best part of my life." I smiled warmly at him, feeling deeply grateful. I said gently, "Thank you, Liam, for teaching me what true love really means. You healed my heart, and now I know real love lasts forever." Liam smiled, his eyes filled with love, as he whispered softly, "Forever with you sounds perfect." We continued walking slowly, happy in each other's company, knowing we had found something beautiful and real. My first love taught me about heartbreak, pain, and the importance of healing. Liam taught me about trust, respect, and true happiness. My journey to real love was not easy, but in the end, It brought me to a love that would last forever. I was finally happy, safe, and loved completely. With Liam by my side, life was truly beautiful, and our forever had just begun.